Nothing triggers us quite like the people who raised us. When a parent uses guilt as a primary language, it can make even the most successful adult feel like a frustrated child again in seconds.
Every time I visit my parents, my mother makes these small comments about my weight, my parenting, or how I never have time for them. If I get upset, she says I'm being too sensitive or that she was just joking. I end up leaving every visit feeling angry and depleted. How do I stop her from getting under my skin?
It is incredibly painful when the person who should be your biggest supporter becomes your most persistent critic. Passive aggression is a tool used by people who don't know how to express their needs or fears directly. When she criticizes you, she might actually be saying, "I miss you," or "I feel irrelevant in your life," but it comes out as a barb. This leaves you feeling defensive and small, which is a natural reaction to a boundary violation. You aren't too sensitive. You are reacting to a subtle form of emotional manipulation that exploits your desire for her approval. The exhaustion you feel is the result of constantly being on high alert for the next jab. What's really happening is a power struggle masquerading as concern. Your parent may be struggling with their changing role in your life and uses criticism to maintain a sense of influence. When you react with anger, the cycle continues because they can then play the victim, making you the villain for overreacting. This is called the drama triangle. By engaging in the argument, you are actually giving the passive aggression the power it seeks. You are trying to get her to validate your feelings, but someone using passive aggression is often incapable of providing that validation because it would require them to take responsibility for their own behavior. The key is to stop defending and start observing. When a jab comes, don't explain yourself. Explanation is a form of seeking permission. Instead, use the gray rock method or a pattern interrupt. If she says, "You look tired, you're working too much," simply say, "You might be right. So how is your garden doing?" If the comment is more pointed, try, "I know you have your opinions on this, but I'm comfortable with my choice." If she claims she was just joking, you can calmly say, "I don't find it funny, but I'm glad we can move on." By refusing to get emotional, you take the fuel away from the fire. You are setting a boundary not by shouting, but by being unreactive. You cannot change how your parent speaks, but you can change how much weight you give their words. Your adulthood is not a performance for their approval. It is possible to love someone deeply while acknowledging that they are not a safe person for certain parts of your heart. As you grow, you will learn to protect your peace more than you protect their feelings. Closure doesn't always come from a conversation where they finally get it. Sometimes closure is simply deciding that you no longer need them to agree with your reality.